what the hell were those quarterfinals? Like, the first 3 games were pretty much carbon copies of each other. And then that last game, I mean, I don't know what the fuck happened to Rob Cross, but dear me, he was dreadful. Absolutely. To be fair, I don't think Michael Smith's ever going to have an easier game at the match play or any major in his life, especially at the quarterfinal stage. Dear me, like, those are some weird games. But yet, here we are, guys. The semi-finals start tonight. We've got our four left. The top 3 in the world and James Wade. I mean, to be fair, like, on paper, you'd be like, oh, well, this makes sense. But in reality, I don't think many people expected Van Gerwen or Smith to make it this far. I didn't know that. Honestly, I thought they'd both get knocked out in round 1, personally, but here we are, and obviously Humphries. I mean, again, I've backed Humphries from the start to win the tournament, and yet I still think he will. And then got James Wade, who I don't think anyone expected to get this far. So yeah, it's been a surprising tournament, but at the same time unsurprising, if you know what I mean. It's been a bit of a weird one. But yeah, same format as normal. We're going to be looking at the match. Going to be giving my overall thoughts on how they've done so far, and then the actual result at the end. And then who knows, I might actually end up getting 100% correct. Because once again, I only got 50%. I only got 2 out of the 4 correct. I nearly ended up having only 1 out of 4. Because really, Van Gerwen fucking struggled against Gilmore. But obviously, we'll get into that in just a little bit. So the first semi-final, Luke Humphries against James Wade. Luke Humphries has just been superb throughout this entire tournament, averaging over a ton. Like, he's just been absolutely unbeatable. I mean, to be fair, Vandenberg definitely pushed him as far as he could, especially in those first 4 sessions. But then, yeah, that last session, Humphries just fucking absolutely cleared out the park. And yeah, now he's in the semi-final, and it's an example of why the likes of Humphries, Van Gerwen, Smith, they're in the top 3 because even when they're not playing well, or as well as what they should be, they can still just grind out results. And obviously, in these longer formats, they've got the experience and the know-how to get the job done, which is why they're here. And yeah, again, I've backed him since before a dart was even thrown to win the tournament, and to be fair, I think he gets the job done against James Wade. However, it's going to be a tight game because James Wade, again, he's been absolutely outstanding in this tournament as well. I think he's averaging just under a 20. Averaged a 20 against Ross Smith, 93 against Aspinall, and then 95 against Nobbert. So yeah, he's averaging like around about in the mid 90s or so. Obviously, I came against Ross Smith. I mean, again, similar story where Wade just. I mean, obviously Smith actually took the lead early on, but then James Wade just he was in complete control of that match. And Ross Smith, I don't know what happened to him now. That game, he just couldn't replicate either his scoring or his finishing in those first 2 games against Rock and Price. So yeah, James Wade, obviously once he's in those positions to actually get, and once he's in a position to actually get and see the game out, he sees the game out. And obviously he dragged Ross Smith into a hard game, into a hard fought game, for James Wade. But honestly, I don't know why, but like this tournament has made me have a whole new lease of respect for James Wade. I don't know why. He's come across really well in this tournament. I'm happy that he has made it this far. And obviously, to be fair, he's probably the honestly out of the four, he's probably the worst player who companies could have come across in the semi-final, because obviously we know from mainly from the Premier League, but and maybe not as much in the World Series, but Humphries knows how to play against Van Gerwen and Smith. But against James Wade, I think Humphries is going to get the toughest challenge yet. I think this challenge against James Wade will be harder than one he'll get against one of the Michaels in the final should he beat Wade. But I still think he gets the job done against James Wade. It's going to be a long game. I mean, I don't know why they're adamant on starting these games at fucking 8 o'clock. Because like, literally, these games are going to be these games are going to be going way past the fucking 11 o'clock. It's just going to go way in the night. It's just, these are some fucking long games. And yeah, I think this game, obviously both players are going to have the pillar passes where they're doing really well, and then obviously going to be at times where they're struggling a little bit. But I've backed him from the start. I'm going to back him again. I'm going to say What's the best of 33? So I'm going to say 17-15 win for Humphries against James Wade. I think Wade will really frustrate Humphries, but I think Humphries will just want to get the job done. However, a semi-final run for James Wade's going to do him the world of good. So he's not had the best couple of years. But you know, he's currently won number 18. I mean, to be fair, he can make it in the top 10 if he wins the whole thing. But yeah, I think his tournament does finally end here. And I know I've pretty much said that in every single fucking video so far, and he's ended up winning. But I genuinely do think this time against Humphries, he's gonna end up just from missing out. I'm gonna say 17-15 to Humphries. And then the second game, Van Gerwen against Smith. I mean, Michael Smith, he's had a pretty, I don't say easy tournament so far, but he's not had that many issues really. I mean, obviously, absolutely blew Gary Anderson out the park in round 1. Chris Dobie, I mean, to be fair, he probably should have beat Dobie a lot more handsomely than what he did. In the second round, had a lot been for his lackluster finishing, but again, that quarter-final against Rob Cross, just complete domination. I mean, and still, you only averaged 96 in that game. Rob Cross couldn't get anywhere near Smith. I mean, to be fair, Smith was just getting really, he was a lot more clinical on his Dublin, I think, obviously, and then obviously limiting Rob Cross as well to his chances as well. So much for Michael Smith. To be fair, I've not rated Michael Smith at all in this tournament, by the way. Like, I thought he'd get beat by Gary Anderson in round 1. I did think he'd beat Dobie in round 2, but then again I thought he'd get beat by Rob Cross last night. We didn't, and here he is now in the semi-finals against Van Gerwen, who, yeah, obviously Van Gerwen's probably had the toughest run, probably the hardest run out of everyone so far. So he had Litt the first round, then Joe Cullen, then fucking Andrew Gilden. I mean, Andrew Gilden, Gilden had Van Gerwen where he wanted them, but then it was just in the fourth session onwards, just he just lost it in Van Gerwen. You know, again, I think I said it last time, but Van Gerwen's one of these players who, even when he's not playing well, he can get results. And for me, he's one of the very few dodge players in the history of the sport who is just has that natural ability. And again, he's in that same bracket as probably Adrian Lewis, Luke Littler at the minute, and then Van Gerwen, and then those three at the top of my head who are just naturally gifted players who can get results whenever. And Van Gerwen, I think, in his game, I think he might just do that, you know. I'm really thinking, I don't know, I think, again, in the long formats, Van Gerwen just seems to be, obviously, he has that experience from the fucking Premier League as well. Playing in these long formats definitely, I think, suits Van Gerwen to a T. Because he was nowhere near Gilden. Like, literally, Gilden was, in those first fucking 2 sessions against Gilden, he was nowhere near him. He was missing so many draws of doubles. And to be fair, against him, he's got to do better. He's got to do better on his doubles against Smith, because Smith will punish him. Like, and obviously Gilden did for a while, but then fell off. For me, Smith will obviously see if I'm going out for more of the match. But as I was saying that, I think Van Gerwen should be Michael Smith here. Should. Well, again, I don't know. I'm going to say 17. I'm going to say 17-13 to Van Gerwen in this one. I think Smith will play well. I just think Van Gerwen will learn from again against Gilden, and I think he'll put Smith to the sword in the end. Meaning that, in my opinion, my final will be Luke Humphries against Michael Van Gerwen, which isn't too far off from what I predicted originally. I thought it would be Humphries Littler final. So technically I wasn't that far off, but yeah, that's my predictions locked in. So yeah, that's it for me. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.